Kregon here, your new crypt keeper. Gather round, you little fear fiends, as I unravel a ghastly tale from the murky depths of my dark, demented dome. Tonight's episode is baptized in blood and cloaked in lunacy. Think of it as Monty Python on a horror binge with just a splash of the outright bizarre. Our ominous odyssey whisks us to the unwelcoming and dingy town of Splatterton, an odd little stain on the map where the sun is just an urban myth and the moon leers like a drunken peeping Tom. Cue the eccentric Egbert Numbskull, a bloke so peculiar his own shadow gave him the slip for someone less unsettling. Egbert owned the What the Cluck chicken shop, infamous for its secret recipe. Birds bathed in an elixir of questionable ingredients and deep-fried in the despair of the damned. The townsfolk whispered of its tantalizing yet troubling zest. Little did they know, the true secret was Egbert's own spiritual seasoning, the ghosts of termites bound to the ancient wood used in his fryer. You see, Egbert communed with the dead in his spare time, which was always, since socializing with the living proved problematic. One stormy twilight, as black rain serenaded the rotting eaves of Splatterton, our dear Egbert received a peculiar visitor. Madam Viscera, a mystic with a penchant for predicting disasters and knitting sweaters for her 50 feral cats. Her appearance that night was nothing short of cataclysmic. With an ill-boding cackle, she prophesied, "Egbert, my lad, when the raven croaks thrice, Splatterton shall be sieged by a Poultrygeist, a spectral fowl of unspeakable dread." Naturally, Egbert scoffed, tossing an extra crispy wing into his gullet. However, nights later, amidst the cacophony of groaning floorboards and his own existential crisis, a thunderous caw, caw, caw pierced the putrid air. Splatterton's destiny unfurled as, lo and behold, the Poultrygeist, an apparition of 1,000 damned hens, descended, its cry sounding suspiciously like, "Cluck, yo!" The town erupted into hysterical pandemonium, the kind usually reserved for soccer riots and half-price liquor store sales. This malevolent spirit unleashed a relentless torrent of spectral eggs, yolk bursting upon impact, haunted feathers slicing through the air as sardonic as the blade of a guillotine. Egbert watched agape as each victim felt compelled to perform the chicken dance to their untimely lament, ironic in its absurdity. As dawn approached and the apparition vanished, leaving weary survivors sifting through the eggy rubble and drenched in yokeful shame, one is left to ponder who would crown this Poultrygeist the cock of the walk, and how many eggs does it take to experience an existential crisis? Ah, my anxiety-riddled acolytes, therein lies the grim humor of belief, the power we endow upon the nonsensical, and how, in the absurdity of dread, we often find the most human of conditions. A rotten egg of a joke that the universe cackles at from its eldritch void. Join me next time as I digest another diabolical dish of dismay, served cold and always with a side of insidious intrigue. Until then, may your nightmares be plentiful and your sanity hang by a thread. This is Kregon, the Crypt Keeper, bidding you unpleasant dreams.